In a stunning and unprecedented move, a Paris court has ruled that former French President Nicolas Sarkozy must serve prison time, even if he appeals the decision. This marks the first time in modern French history that a former president has been sentenced to actual incarceration. But here's where it gets controversial. The court found Sarkozy guilty of criminal conspiracy in a scheme to fund his 2007 presidential campaign, with money allegedly provided by Libya, despite his vehement denials and claims of innocence. And this is the part most people miss. The court couldn't definitively prove that Libyan funds were used, yet still convicted him based on French law, which allows for corruption charges even if the financial transaction isn't fully proven. The ruling, handed down on Thursday, sentenced the 70-year-old Sarkozy to 5 years in prison. The court described his actions as exceptionally serious, stating that his involvement in soliciting funds from Libya could erode public trust in government institutions. Sarkozy, however, remains defiant. Standing alongside his wife, singer and model Carla Bruni Sarkozy, he declared, "If they absolutely want me to sleep in prison, I will sleep in prison. But with my head held high. I am innocent. This injustice is a scandal." He urged the French people to recognize what he called a politically motivated attack, fueled by hatred and retaliation for his role in ousting Libyan dictator Muammar Gaddafi in 2011. The case traces back to 2011, when Gaddafi and a Libyan news agency claimed that millions of euros had been funneled into Sarkozy's campaign. In 2012, the French outlet Mediapart published a document allegedly detailing a €50 million funding agreement, which Sarkozy dismissed as a forgery. The court later ruled that the document was likely fake, yet still found Sarkozy guilty of allowing his associates to seek financial support from Libya. Two of his former ministers, Claude Guéant and Brice Hortefeux, were also convicted of criminal association. But here's the twist. Sarkozy's defense argues that the charges are politically motivated, retaliation for his role in Gaddafi's downfall. He claims the allegations are based on forged evidence and the testimony of unreliable witnesses, such as Franco-Lebanese businessman Ziad Taqiyuddin, who initially claimed to have delivered cash-filled suitcases from Libya to Sarkozy's team, but later retracted his statement. Taqiyuddin, who died earlier this week, is now at the center of a separate investigation into witness tampering, with Sarkozy and his wife facing preliminary charges for allegedly pressuring him. This isn't Sarkozy's first legal battle. He was previously convicted of corruption and influence peddling for attempting to bribe a magistrate in 2014 and was stripped of France's highest honor, the Legion of Honor, in June. He also faced charges of illegal campaign financing in his 2012 re-election bid, for which he was sentenced to a year in prison. Sarkozy has appealed all these verdicts, maintaining his innocence. The case raises critical questions about the intersection of politics, justice, and international relations. Is Sarkozy a victim of political vengeance, or did he truly abuse his power for personal gain? The court's decision to incarcerate him, despite an ongoing appeal, is particularly contentious, sparking debates about fairness and due process. What do you think? Is this a just ruling or a politically motivated attack? Let's discuss in the comments.